I like this kind of mini tournament we are in right now with me, myself, Mccaskill, Katie Taylor in person. Hopefully the winner of me and Mccaskill will meet the winner of Katie Taylor in person. I think that would be something that would really elevate women's boxing and create a big hype.
All right, let's jump on into this boxing scene article dealing with Cecilia Braekhus. And for those that don't know, matter of fact, I'll just read it. It says, Braekhus, it's a big deal to break Joe Louis's record for the consecutive title defense. And I'm not going to read all of the article, but it says the longest reigning champ in all of boxing can make more history Saturday night. If Cecilia Braekhus beat Jessica Mccaskill, and that will not be an easy task, she'll have made the 26th consecutive defense of the WBA and WBC welterweight titles she won in March of 2009. By doing so, she'll surpass Joe Louis's 72-year-old record of 25 straight championship defenses in the same weight class. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. That ain't just one belt, that's two. Yo, when you think about some of the stuff Cecilia Braekhus has done, it's remarkable. Like, and the crazy part, like if you go a couple years forward, she's been undisputed for like 6 years or something crazy like that. I mean, the woman has done remarkable stuff. Now, with that being said, you know, over the last year, we've heard people say, well, I mean, she's ducking Clarissa Shields. Why won't she move up to 154? Man, that might have been your answer right there. Consecutive title defenses at 147. Why move up to 154 and interrupt that? See, the way things are now, we put more value in people jumping weight classes and winning maybe one title, whatever. However they get the title. Like these days, heck, you go up and win the IBO, great. Now you got another title in another division. I mean, come on now. We put no value in somebody sticking around in one weight division and dominating that one weight division. We don't look at that the same way we would have in the past. The Marvin Haglers, the Bernard Hopkins. I mean, I know B-Hop eventually moved up, but look at how long he stayed at 160. Like I said, it seems like that's more of a thing of the past, but we got to recognize the value in that. Now, with that being said, I'm not taking anything away from Clarissa Shields, and whether she's ducking Clarissa Shields or not, that's not really for me to decide, and I'll tell you why. Because that's not the average situation. You're talking about somebody that fought at 147 their whole career, right? And you're talking about somebody that came into boxing fighting at 168. That's 2 classes above that person that fights at 147. Actually, 3 classes, excuse me. 168, 160, and 154. So, whether Clarissa Shields moved down to 154 or not is really irrelevant to me. You're still fighting a bigger fighter. I mean, that's the equivalent of when B-Hop was calling Floyd out after he fought Canelo. And he was saying only a grand master can beat a grand master. Matter of fact, I'll let you hear him say it.
Out there that he can risk going up to 160, Floyd Mayweather, and beat anybody at 160 because it ain't the weight that's going to win the fight. Not in this level. It's his skills. So, you know, there's an old saying, the only way to stop a man, a bad guy with a gun, is a good guy with a gun. So the only one that's going to beat a guy like Floyd Mayweather is another master chess player. And who's that master chess player? Was it Canelo? Bernard Hopkins will go back to 160, and it'll be the biggest old fight between the 36-year-old and the 48-year-old And everybody from the nursing home be watching.
Bernard, let me ask you something. Yeah,
Coming down to 160 by next year. I got a year to make 160. I'll do it in a heartbeat.
What's the game plan?
I'll do it in a heartbeat.
Did he do it?
Ryan, listen, I got to don't go nowhere.
I know why he wouldn't do it.
You never know.
You ready?
When your name is money, money moves you.
Thank you, Bernard. How would it be to get to 60 for you when you're a fan?
Listen.
I mean, I know you do it.
Listen. If I got to May, I know my body better than anybody know it. And I've been a master of knowing my body from what way. I went from 60 to 75, and I worked for that middleweight all my career. That was questioned. I would hire Mackie Showstone. I would say, Mackie, I need to do this, but now we need to go down. Now, if I was coming from cruiserweight and a heavyweight like Roy Jones did, then it'd be a problem. But being a guy that lived the way I live, being a guy that's not walking around 200 pounds now, and I'm 10 pounds less, I'm 10 pounds heavier in my fight weight, and I got 7 weeks before October 26. What fighters, young or old, do that right now? I've been doing it for years. So for me to come down to 160 and get enough time to go do it Cinco de Mayo in May of next year, they give me more. I can make welterweight if I need to.
Now, did you hear what he said? He said he was trying to get Floyd to come up to 160, to fight him at 160, right? He said he could easily go from 175 to 160. But if you heard what he actually said at the end, he even said, I can even make welterweight. You see what I'm saying? But it's a reason why that never happened. Number one, Floyd would have never moved up to 160 because he's not a middleweight. He can't even make 160. That's number one. But you was like, well, hold up. Why didn't they fight at 154? Because number one, that probably would have drained the heck out of B-Hop. And number two, he's too big. He's too big. You can get, when you got a fighter that's basically non-skilled, you can get away with that. But even if you're the better boxer, if you're fighting somebody, like, for example, I'm sorry, Kell Brook was a better boxer than Triple G, and he showed that by being able to win rounds against Triple G. But what ultimately happened? He got knocked out. Why? Because he was fighting somebody in a class that he didn't belong in. And I'm talking weight class, not actual skill class. It don't work like that. So, I mean, like, why would you do that? It makes no sense. The same way we're hearing, we were hearing rumors about Pacquiao moving up to fight Triple G at 160. And what did he say? I'm not fighting that man at 160. I'll fight him at 147. But that would drain the mess out of Triple G. It don't make sense on neither end. Like, if Clarissa Shields could make 147, I would advise her not to fight Cecilia Braekhus. Number one, because you're probably going to drain yourself just to get down there. But even if you could, you still, I mean, if you could get there and be comfortable, you would have some great advantages over Cecilia Braekhus at 147. It's still a mismatch. But at least if you're in her weight class, you can demand the fight. But I would not recommend Cecilia Braekhus fight Clarissa Shields at all. And it's not a duck. They're not in the same weight class. And it's the reason why Clarissa Shields said I'm not moving to 147, because that's too much. We have weight classes for a reason. And I don't care if Cecilia Braekhus can move up and fight at 154. She shouldn't have to. She's a welterweight. You're trying to force a welterweight to fight a super middleweight. I'm sorry, and don't get me wrong, I would watch the fight, and it would be a super fight. But you're talking about a welterweight, a bona fide welterweight, fighting a bona fide super middleweight. Now, whether Clarissa Shields can cut weight that low or not, man, look at the girl. She is truly a 168-pound fighter. She is. It is what it is. And that's pretty much all I got. This is Head Busting Boxing Fight Doctor. Hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, hit me up in the comment section, and let me know, first of all, do you think Cecilia Braekhus, that is, she'll be successful in her defense against Jessica Mccaskill. And I feel bad because I really didn't say much about Mccaskill at all. Maybe I'll do another video. And do you feel like Cecilia Braekhus is ducking Clarissa Shields? In my opinion, she's not. Because in my opinion, she has no business fighting her anyway. That's pretty much all I got this head busting boxes on Fight Doctor. I am out.